Courtney Brickner with The Crafty Brick. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you're here today, and I have something fun I want to share with you. And we're using Juliet, my new cutting machine, and we're going to be making a big project. So I want to show you how to set it up, import an image into Leonardo Design Studio, and how to cut without a mat. When you're using a large piece of material, you don't have to use just your 12 by 12 mat or your 12 by 24 inch mat. You can actually cut without a mat at all. And I want to show you how to set that up to use a roll of material as opposed to just a sheet. And I also want to show you how to do an area test, because that is a really cool feature that I didn't know about a few months ago. And now I do, and I use it all the time, and it's great. So we're going to jump into the software. I'm going to show you all of that. And then we're going to use Juliet and cut out our big sign. So come on, let's go check it out. And we're on the home page. We're gonna go down and click design. And then we will come up here and we will import a file that we have already decided on. So I click right here, and then it comes in and we can do cut only, we can do print and cut, or we can do editable artwork. I'm gonna do the cut only. Editable artwork as if you wanna change it to a print and cut, maybe later, but we're just gonna do cut only and click apply. And then you can also click draw solid fills. That just allows the color to show. It's personal preference. So I just click the draw solid fills because I want to see it black. So we've got it on our mat here. And obviously this is too big to cut from this place. So we're going to go over here to the right-hand side to our options, and we're going to click material roll. But it's still not big enough because it's a 12 by 12 size. So we're going to go over here and click the media length and make that 25 inches. We're gonna swing it around here, use the little green circle to rotate your image. And I wanna move it over here to the left. I'm actually going to be doing 2 of these, so I want both of them to fit on the mat. So I'm gonna come up here and drag using the little circle button. I wanna make sure that it's straight. So I'm going to use the green circle and I'm going to rotate it and make sure that it gets to the 0.0 degrees so that I know that it's straight. I'm having a little bit of issue here. I need to get it right on 0. So, okay, oh my goodness. Here we go, right on 0, perfect. Okay, now we're going to do a Control-C and paste. You can't see that it's actually duplicated, but it did. So we will move it over here to the side. And we want to make sure that we've got enough room in between each one so that I have room to cut when I'm finished cutting it out with Juliet. So let's place these so that they're both on the mat. And then when we get them exactly where we want them, we go click Send Design. And then this option box opens up. We don't have to do anything here because we're all set. We're going to click Send. And then it is ready to cut. And you can see that everything is on the mat. Set up here on the mat. We are ready to cut. We don't need to mirror. If you did, you'd click that here. We are going to go ahead and do an area test. So let's click that and confirm yes. And let me show you what the area test is. So let's go over to the machine. All right, first we're gonna go ahead and turn Juliet on. I've got my roll holder back here because I have a roll of material that I'm going to be using today. And I'm just going to set that behind. And if you saw my previous video on cutting without a mat, you can check that out. I've got it linked up top there. You can see all the details about how to go about doing that. But that's what we're gonna do today because we're using a big material. So I wanna go ahead and cut it without the mat because that'll just be more convenient. All right, let's screw this. Next, what we're going to do is, now that we've loaded the material, go ahead and click the area test just so we can make sure that the material doesn't bunch up or that there's no issue with where it's going to be cutting. It just makes sure that it is going to cut at the right area and everything looks good. So our area test did well. So now we are ready to send it to our test cut just to make sure our settings are correct. I'm going to bring it over to this right side. Bring the material up just a little bit. All right, and then we are going to click the t-shirt button right here and do a little test cut. our cut settings are set to Starling, and it's at 10 cut speed and a 15 force. So we're gonna see if that is a good setting for our material. So let's unload the material here. And we're gonna check our test cut. If it weeds easily, then we know that this cut setting is good. All right, our t-shirt weeded perfectly, so we know that that's a good cut setting. So now we're ready. Now we know we're ready to send our material to cut. We're gonna go ahead and move our blade so it's starting right at the edge here and above our test cut. And I also want to roll out a little bit of the material just so that it's got some give in cutting and it doesn't get pulled and jammed. So I just want to have a little bit of give in the back on our roll. All right, now we're ready to click send to cutter and then click yes. Just wanted you to see how quickly it cuts in real time and the sound. It's not too loud and annoying, which I really like. Now it's finished. I'm gonna go ahead and feed it all the way through to the end of the design. And I'm gonna take my blade and cut right along this seam right here at the edge of the machine where it folds. And now we've got a nice, perfectly straight line. So just a little tip. I find that, well, first of all, I don't even really like working with large pieces of vinyl to start, but when I have to, I find it easier to tape the material down so it's not rolling all over the place. And then also using my, what do you call this? My blade. Oh my goodness, I can't even figure out what this is. My cutting tool. I'm just trying to see where the lines are. I like to just make some cut marks so that it's easier to weed it. You guys know how hard it can be to weed these vinyl pieces and they get stuck to each other. So I find that doing this is helpful. Just be very careful so you don't cut any of the letters. Sometimes they can be hard to see. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you kind of how it looks when I cut it. Oh my goodness, I already have a piece that doesn't want to come off. What the heck? This is why I hate working with vinyl. And I even did my little trick. Come on, stupid vinyl. It's stuck to the back. Being annoying. All right, we'll just hold that off for a second. Okay. The other trick is that I don't ball the vinyl up. So just in case after I'm finished cutting everything, there's a little piece that's missing, then I can go back and find it. So if I don't bunch it all up, then my chances of finding it are much better. All right, let's add this piece back. All right, so we have our sign cut. This is, I believe, 25 inches, and I did 2 of them. So they are both cut and weeded. So now I'll just need to put the transfer paper on, and then we'll go from there. What did you think about cutting the material? I've got stuff all over the place because, like I said, just in case you're missing a little piece that tried to run off, I have the sheets of the vinyl just in case for later, but I don't think I missed anything. So that is a first, which is nice. Oh my gosh, I got vinyl sticking machine together. What did you think about cutting along that seam? I love it. This is my first time trying that out, and I thought, let me just see if it works, and it does. So I will be cutting my material all the time like that so that I can get a nice straight edge. But anyway, thanks for watching today. I hope that if you learned something new, you will please like and subscribe to my channel and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss anything crafty, because I am here twice a week talking about fun, crafty stuff. So I hope you'll join me again. And until then, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.